Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being with us on this Tuesday, July 26th. I'm Wendell Edwards. We're covering several stories this morning. Right now in East Hartford, dozens of residents of an apartment complex are hoping to return home later this morning. A major flood forced them to evacuate and leave their building last night. Let's get right out to Channel 3 Eyewitness reporter Roger Suzanne, and he's live now on Silver Lane. And Roger, that's where repair crews will be busy working so those residents can return home.
Yeah, good morning, Wendell. And, you know, city officials hope, they are optimistic that these folks who were evacuated will be able to return to their homes at some point today, which certainly would be welcome news to them because they have really been dealing with just a harrowing ordeal. Basically, yesterday they had to pack up all of their stuff and rush out of their homes. You can imagine how crazy a situation that was. But I got to tell you, this all started in a relatively low-key way. Last night, one resident here at the Stonebridge apartment complex noticed he didn't have any hot water, and something just really seemed amiss to him. So he called the fire department, which ended up being a really important thing, because when firefighters arrived, they found 5 feet of standing water in the building's utility room. Now, investigators believe that the issue causing the problem is pretty darn straightforward, simply a busted pipe, but the consequences are definitely a lot more complicated. 46 people had to be evacuated, and they won't be able to return home until all of the water is pumped out, of course, but also the pipe must be repaired, and perhaps most importantly, the local health department will have to sign off that the building itself is safe to live in again. Now, here outside the apartment complex, there is a bunch of waterlogged furniture and other debris. We don't know 100% that the situation is connected to the flood, but certainly we can tell you from being here, there is a major mess here at the Stonebridge apartment complex in East Hartford, and folks are not yet able to return to their homes. Hopefully, though, that will happen later today. We'll keep you posted. Reporting live in East Hartford this morning, I'm Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Roger, thank you. An old Lyme man is alive after surviving a hit and run on his bicycle over the weekend, and now his loved ones are seeking answers. A friend who happened to be there at the time says this all took place Sunday night on Route 156. This is a Channel 3 Eyewitness News exclusive. And to break it all down for us, we have Channel 3 Eyewitness reporter Marcy Jones live in the studio with us right now. Marcy, do police have a description of the driver?
Good morning, and an excellent question. That's pretty much the first thing on everybody's mind when you hear hit and run. Unfortunately, the pair of friends biking say this all happened so fast that all they remember is it was a red car and it didn't stop or slow down at all. Old Lyme police are trying to track down the driver that almost took the life of a cyclist this weekend. According to friends Billy and Justin, the pair were riding home on Route 156 Sunday evening around 6:30. That's when their gorgeous shoreline bike ride really took a scary turn. Billy says within seconds, his friend Justin was mangled on the ground after a red car struck him. Unfortunately, because the chaotic incident unfolded so quick, the two really didn't get a great look at the license plate or a better description of the car. Now, even though the friends are really focused on Justin's recovery and that he's going to be okay, they say that they have a message for the public, and that is please be aware of cyclists on the road.
He's got a heck of a gash on his head, his shoulders. He's swelled up in the leg, his ankle. He's like, I almost feel like he's lucky his whole body took it instead of a specific spot, but he's pretty rough right now. It's a fear that I think a lot of cyclists have to get hit. So for it to happen to him and me be right there, it's like, it's definitely second guess if I'm just gonna start mountain biking.
The investigation is still ongoing, and police right now are really digging into this, asking anybody with information to call them about the incident. Live in the studio, Marcy Jones, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Marcy. 7:04 is now the time. We're going to take you out 14 days of 90-degree heat, 9 of which have come during the month of July. That's pretty incredible, and there is more 90-degree heat in store, although next week we do turn the calendars to August. So the record 39 days set back in 2020, just 2 years ago. This heat wave lasted 6 days. Yesterday we got to 89, so close. It could have been a 7-day heat wave if we did get to 90, but we only got to 89. So the heat wave is now over, lasting 6 days. 97 was the worst of it on Wednesday of last week. 96 on Sunday tied a record. All right, our Doppler scans the state dry. Good morning, everybody. Temperatures, whoa, they are coming down. 62 in Willington, 63 in Winstead. Some really delightful numbers, a little bit below average out there in parts of the state, which is really exceptional. Satellite and radar is dry, and that's the way it stays through the day today with good visibility at a perfect 10. Here's early warning futurecast. Tomorrow's weather today shows us an hour-by-hour depiction of a little bit of cloud coverage. I think we're going to see partly to mostly cloudy skies this afternoon, and then the clouds make a departure for tonight, which is good news. So here are the temperatures for right now. We're at 70 at Brainerd, one of the warmer spots along the shoreline, 73 in New Haven, 72 in Groton. But generally, we're doing pretty good out there. 64 typical overnight low. We've actually got that number. Compared to the last 6-7 days, it's been pretty hot and pretty humid. Now look at the dew points in the mid-50s. How delightful it is this morning with that low level of humidity. And the winds are out of the north, which is a favorable direction. High pressure's in control today, and it will be in control tomorrow, blocking some storms which will go by to our south. So real nice start. Low humidity today. And tomorrow is a mostly sunny day. I think actually tomorrow is a better day than today, and today is not going to be too bad. Here's the breakdown, 81 to 84, not as hot with lower humidity. Should be a pretty good day of weather. Again, you'll see a little bit more in the way of cloud coverage this afternoon through early this evening, and then we'll clear things out for tonight. And the temperatures are going to drop tonight into the upper 50s and low 60s. 65 right now in Waterbury, beautiful skyline there. New Haven, 73, beautiful skyline there. Just a gentle breeze out of the north at 6. And wow, look at New London, absolutely gorgeous as people are getting ready to get on the Cross Sound Ferry for another day of fun and frivolity. Maybe in Block Island, who knows. 72 degrees right now in New London. A little bit of overcast in Old Saybrook, but it's still making for a beautiful sunrise this morning, and that is really nice. So here's the forecast for today. Partly sunny, low humidity, not as hot. Sun was up at 5:39, sets at 8:15. Check out the overnight lows tonight. Yeah, clearing, a nice night. Temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s. Open up the windows, let some fresh air in. And then tomorrow, 86 degrees, another great day of weather. Thursday and Friday, we are expecting scattered showers and thunderstorms from time to time. Not a washout, but it will be humid as the temperatures flirt with 90 degrees. Saturday and Sunday looking great with low humidity. Temperatures in the mid-80s with mostly sunny skies, and that continues over into Monday. And next week, hinting at 90 degrees again. All right, that's a check of your early warning forecast. 7:07 is now the time. Wendell, we'll send it back to you.
Scott, thank you. In case you missed it last night, we have a development on a shooting in West Hartford that led to an hours-long standoff. Police say Richard Bucknett fired several gunshots to the wall of an apartment on Hillcrest Avenue Friday. After 6 long hours, police went in and took him into custody. No one, thankfully, was hurt. Bucknett faces several charges, including illegal discharge of a firearm. In East Hampton last night, several parents showed up for a public hearing to voice their thoughts on adding 3 armed security guards in all schools there. And with school security on everyone's mind, the board is considering it. The high school already has 1 guard, but they want to have more in the other schools. The idea has support from parents with heightened fears of an attack. But not everyone agreed that this is the path to take. Some parents don't think it's enough to prevent a tragedy.
Even 1 armed guard, they're not going to be able to solve all of the problems. If they happen to be on the other side of the school when somebody is coming in the front, they might be able to limit the damage, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to stop the damage.
The debate will continue, of course, as the board doesn't have the money in the budget right now. It would cost $50,000 for an armed guard, but $100,000 for a police officer or school resource officer. Parents were given a survey to gauge support, but as of right now, there is no deadline for a decision. We thank you so much for tuning into Eyewitness News, and remember, you get weather and news updates anytime on the Channel 3 app. As we take a live look over Hartford, I want you to have a great day.